Here I am, rocking a Pixie cut. Unboxing. You've seen it first. And welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where here we talk about perfumes, but we combine it with film. Thrillers, horrors, you name it. That's my jam. That's my bite. So if it's yours, you know what to do. So I am unboxing perfumes with a haul, and I'm unboxing a DVD set that I've talked about, a film I've talked about, but I never owned the DVD because I watched it on a stream. So, what shall we do first, Richard? Shall I do the perfumes first or the DVD last? No, actually, I think I'll do the perfumes first. That way you can stay till the end when I unbox the DVD, which is, yes, I'm going to tell you, Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter, which I've spoken about, but it's a limited edition from Hammer that I bought with my own money. So it's not sponsored from Hammer at all. But I'm going to do the perfumes first because we talk about perfumes. The first one that I hauled is a dinky little thing. I've got another camera here, so I'm going to show it just here. And this is Valaya, or Valaya Parfums de Marly. If you like this video, then like it as much as you can, because this new hairstyle is just fresh, liberating, and some people have said it's taken years off me. I can take that. So from 52 to maybe just put the numbers around to 25 maybe. I feel 25. Anyway, back to the perfumes. Valaya, whatever how you pronounce it. Tomato, potato. This is just a 5ml one with the emblem here. Just showing it to you there on the camera so you can see it. This is, I will say, full price. I've seen it at cheapest 225. That's the cheapest. Or the most inexpensive. We don't do cheap, we do inexpensive, don't we? Here in the Gab fam. Yes, the Gab fam. If you want to be part of the Gab fam, just hashtag Gab fam for me. So Valaya, this is a floral woody musk. You've got to like musk. It's very musky. It's very, I would say it's more musky than anything else. It's high class. It's high end. It is powdery as well, but it has a peachiness to it. It has the fruits of that peach. It has the florals, white florals. It has this nymphea. Love that word, nymphea, or nymphial, whatever you call it, whereas I'm just a nymphette. Yes, that's been my nickname, nymphette. Actually, if you want to just put hashtag nymphette, please do. I'll take it as a compliment. Hashtag raving nympho. Anyway, back to Valaya. This has this this has this nymphaeal note. Whatever that is, it's a molecule that they've put in to give it air. It gives this light and air, but it projects and it wafts and it's beautiful and I love it and I want the full bottle and we are going to buy it. Aren't we, Richard? Yeah, there's no answer. If you could see him now, I'd love to turn the camera around the other way. But there we go. Leave it to your own imagination. Think of when we first got married. It's our 25th anniversary this year in July. So please, any donations, gratefully appreciated. When we got married, he was more like Robbie Williams. And now, he's more like Robbie Coltrane. So, hey, darling. Yes, he was my little Robbie Williams. He still is my Robbie Williams. Has even aged, hasn't he? Robbie Coltrane passed away. So, Valaya. I'm sorry, I'm just off on another tangent at the moment. It's his haircut. It's just lifted me. So, Valaya by Parfums de Marly. By the way, this next one I've already used a little bit. And this reminds me of the year 2000. This reminds me of the year I married Richard, and I nearly wore it as my wedding scent. I should have done, really, shouldn't I? But shoulda, woulda, coulda. I didn't. I wore Angel. And then the rest is history, as they say. But this would be perfect for a wedding. It would be perfect for any year. And I got this because a subscriber, I can't remember who you were, did mention this in my dainty perfumes, but perform and project. And they said this was one of theirs. Or Miracle by Lancome. Miracle is it is like a fruity floral, but it's different. It's got ginger and amber and musk, peony. It is a really beautiful scent. And this is a reformulated version, I do believe, but I love it as much. If they reformulated it, I don't know. This is a later version. Grab your hands on it. There's some private sellers selling these for really inexpensive. This lasts, and it does project. It wafts in the air. It's one of those that wafts. And I think Lancome makes very good fragrances. Or like they did, not mentioning La Vie Belle. Yeah, and all its flankers. If you love, that's fine. It's not me. But Uma Thurman was the face of this. And she embodied this miracle. It's something that is a miracle. It can be your miracle. It's my miracle. It's our miracle. And at the moment, in today's world, we need a miracle. This one might come as a surprise to you, and it is Viva la Juicy Petals, Please, which I'm showing to you here. Now, this one, I kid you not, this has a note of cloudberry, and I was looking for Britney Spears' Rainbow Fantasy with a cloudberry note, but I came across this, and I actually blind bought this, something I really never do. But it was successful, and it was really inexpensive. This is a 50 ml. Look at that bottle. So I'm just looking down because I can see moi, and then I've got the other camera here. So this, I hate the packaging. That's just me. I'm not really this kind of girly girl packaging. But this has a bit of the Juicy Couture DNA, which I like, don't love. But I like it in this because the florals really come to the forefront. And this cloudberry note, whatever that is, it adds another little facet, another little sprinkling of pixie dust. Yeah, this could be pixie dust, this could be. This is Juicy Couture Petals, Please. This does have really good staying power as well, which is good for this type of fragrance, even more than the original Juicy Couture for me, and I have dry skin. So I have to really moisturize. We don't do ashy skin here. So Juicy Couture Petals, Please. I might be discontinued, I'm not sure, but it's beautiful. The penultimate one of this scent list is Chasing Fireflies by Bath & Body Works. A good old-fashioned cheapie. I kid you not, though, because I did smell this in the shop and I really liked it. This has, I've done a night, I need glasses, and I'm waiting for glasses to arrive, so do forgive me. I can't read this writing here at all. Even I'm long-sighted and short-sighted. It's all going here. It's all going here. But I don't know what the notes are in here. I don't really care. I just love it. Oh, yeah. Bashing me in the face. This has, I think, jasmine in it, and it maybe has some blonde woods, as they call it. Whatever blonde woods is. This layered over Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, the original, or Flower Bomb Nectar. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Because it has that kind of similar DNA. So yeah, if you're looking for just a really good body spray that is a floral, it's sweet, it's inoffensive, like Flower Bomb can be inoffensive. To some it might not be. I know there are some that say the patchouli really comes out on their skin in Flower Bomb, but add this on top and, oh, I don't know, maybe I can read it. No, I can't. No, I can't. And finally, this one I got it as steal on Amazon, and this one was worn, if I do remember, it was like a blind buy, but I do remember smelling this on my grandmother when she wore this, so it is an oldie but a goodie. This is Wind Song by Prince Matchiabelli. There we go. And I love the writing on the back here. It says, I can actually read this writing. I can't seem to forget you. Your wind song stays on my mind, which is lovely. Wind Song is a fragrance classic. Now I've got it like elegant, feminine, floral. Wind Song is light and fresh, but very long lasting. And it is. It's aldehydic, but it's not in the same vein as I would say Chanel number 5. I'm going to keep this box because I do love this box. And I've just dropped it on the floor because I'm clumsy. But it's so beautiful. I'd throw in the little bloopers here on my videos, some of them, because I just like to keep it real. Some people like edit all of that out and then they do the bloopers at the end. No, let's laugh along with ourselves while we're going along. Why do you need to edit that out? I do find that really weird. And it's a good thing to laugh about ourselves. Why take ourselves too seriously? But with Windsong, this is quite a serious scent, I will say. Look at this. This is just such an old-fashioned spray top. You don't really get them like this anymore. Now, this is a newer version. I love the emblem as it goes down here like this with the actual logo there. It reminds me, as I'm going on, to Captain Kronos with his swords, because he was a swashbuckling sword fighter. Although I think Carla would be wearing this. It's clove, but it's carnation. And it's all the florals you can think of. Purple florals, yellow florals, I think, white florals. Slightly aquatic, I get to my nose, but not too aquatic. And yeah, and it's slightly woody as well as it dries down, and it has that beautiful musk in it as well, like a lot of older scents do. So if you love a long-lasting vintage go-to scent that all the others are not wearing, an unspoken hero or heroine from 1953 when this came out, Windsong by Prince Matchiabelli. And that takes us leading on to the grand finale. This is a big one. So, Richard, drum roll please. Can I have your assistance? Just call me Debbie McGee, and he is Paul Daniels. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. This is absolutely stonking heavy. This is Hammer, and on here, Captain Kronos, the logo here. Do you know what? Caroline Munro actually said that they should do jewellery in this. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, they should. They should do earrings, bracelets and necklaces. But I'm not sure I would wear a necklace. Just get myself comfy there. I'm not sure I'd wear the necklace, but I'd definitely wear a bracelet and earrings. So let's open it up. So that's what it looks like there. I love what it says here. The girls you spoke of, they were not drained of blood, but of youth, of life itself. I think that's quite a good tagline, actually, as they call it, that they've put on there, because it was a different vampire film. If you've not seen my kind of spiel on Captain Kronos, which I only recently watched last year when we streamed it, so I've not seen it since for some time. then please go and look at that video. I'll link a link at the very end of this video, so you've got to stay to the very end of the video. No skipping. This comes... Do you think we should keep this box? You want to keep this box as well?
Keep it in the whole thing.
You really want to... Oh, okay.
It makes sense, I think.
So I'll hand that to you. Thank you. So this is what it looks like here. It says this is a hammer restoration. Not only is this Blu-ray, it is 4K. This cost £50 plus postage, although we did buy a poster as well, a Captain Kronos poster for an extra £10. So I will frame that. Don't know where I'm going to put it though. I have no idea yet, but suggestions please on a postcard. So I'm going to unbox this. Right, this bit. So I've just taken the cellophane off, or Richard did. This feels lovely and smooth to the touch. So here we go, guys. The anticipation. It's like going on a first date and you're experiencing everything. Actually, I'll rephrase that. It's like going on that kind of date. And I'm sure Caroline Munro and Horst, I'm sure Carla and Captain Kronos remember that. So on the back, on the front here, or the back, whatever you like to call it, you've got a picture of Caroline Munro, Horst Janssen here. Beautiful artwork here with the logo. And then on the other side, you've got one of the original posters they used as well. So 70s, isn't it? Who cares? I love it. And then this, gosh, so you've got, I need my assistant. So you've got a little booklet here, really lovely paper. It's what they call the appellation contrôlée. Yes, I love that word. If you know what appellation contrôlée is, then please do comment, which literally means it's AOC. It's the highest form of, well, you could call it winemaking, though. That's a really bad analogy. But if you like your paper to be appellation contrôlée, then it's like a comic. Yeah, I love the artwork in this. Yeah, because Richard reads a lot of comics. And then in this one, look at that. I do love that picture. The Captain Kronos, the Kronos Chronicles. Brian Clemens, the director. The basic concept behind Kronos is a very deep one, to liberate horror pictures. Yes, to liberate. Because most of the horror films at that time from Hammer were Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. It was more focused on the villain, whereas this is more focused on the hero and being drained of youth. It's like when you look at today, everyone wants to look young, don't they? So I think when you look back on a film like that, you think because everybody's trying to look young, they are portraying something that is completely the antithesis of that, the opposite of it. It's quite ironic if you think about it. Yeah, they made this film 2 years before it was released. They hypnotised Carla in here, and it really shows all of the behind the scenes, the director, the stars, Hammer itself. Look at that picture. Yeah, she needs more than a facelift, I think, looking at that picture. Bless her. And it says here, much of the horror resides in the object physically of the young becoming suddenly aged. Yeah, this is going to make good reading. Oh, the picture here of Caroline here, the lighting, I think it was like the part of the love scene. Careful lighting spared Caroline's blushes, it said. Yeah, there's an interview here with her here where she's answering, because she is, I would say, she said Carla was the most closest character she played to herself. So she is, when you meet her, she is very serene and quite, humble and quiet, and she has this beautiful melodic voice, and she sings as well. I've heard her sing a song from Eric Clapton, so she's quite talented. So seeing this here, yeah, beautiful. I'm wittering on now, aren't I? Yeah, so there we go. There's another picture of her here. Behind the pictures, scene pictures. That looks lovely. They've got lovely natural smiles here as well. Nothing is forced, which I quite like. So, yeah, the Kronos Chronicles, that'll be bedtime reading for me, whereas the comic will be bedtime reading for Richard. Now, all of these are lobby cards. I think there were stills used from the film, and there's 8 here. So there's this one here. I'm not going to go through all of them. That's the fantastic swashbuckling scene. Another one of the swashbuckling scene. Another way of, it also showed in the film how they had to kill, I don't want you do any spoilers if you've not seen it, but it's not the traditional stake through the heart. No, it's not. Look at those piercing blue eyes. And I don't really go for blondes. I go for dark, but there's something, yeah. And he died only a couple of months ago. Actually, I think Richard said he died on the release of this DVD when it was filmed, when it came out end of January. Yeah, how they caught the vampires, supposedly. That's another fantastic still. Yeah. Yeah, so those are the still pictures, and they're beautifully crafted with card as well. Lovely crafted with card. She's just given me an idea for something. Watch this space. So I'll give them back to you, darling. So the next thing is this poster here, which I won't open it up because, or shall I? Oh, gosh, he certainly hasn't eaten his cornflakes for breakfast, has he? It's, oh, I love this one. I do love this one here. This one here. The only man alive feared by the walking dead. Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. Do you know what? There's nothing better than the smell of new paper. I'm really weird like that. It smells. What do you see? It smells. It smells. God, just imagine if they made a Captain Kronos scent which was earthy and musky, and it had the delicate florals, but it also had some spice and punginess to it. Please hammer if you're watching. Yeah, it would be a perfect scent. Maybe it wouldn't sell. I'd be buying it by the bucket loads. But this is the back here, which you can see it's very... I like that, but I love that. And Caroline and Gross, his sidekick here, Hunchback, which is which was quite different, I think. So, EMI, Ian Hendry and Wanda Ventham was in it as well. And actually, she plays quite a role in it, I will say. And then finally, we come to the actual DVD box set itself. So on the back here, you have Gross. They're trying to capture the vampires. And then you have, if I pop it in the front there, you have Caroline and Horse there, Carla and Kronos there. She's resting her sweet little head on his thigh. Lucky Caroline. And yeah, it's beautiful. And then in the front here, there's more artwork here. One of his victims. This guy here, he played quite a... There was a scene where it was quite pivotal, I would say, but I won't tell you about it. Oh my goodness, there's even more artwork. The guy that, as I said, he's not happy at all, is he? Very good attention to detail. And then, this is so big that... I don't want to drop anything. Oh wow, from the back here, I'll show you the back in a minute. These are all the DVD in here. You think, my God, for just one film, I know. And then on the back, look at that beautiful artwork there. On the back, You could even frame this. You could put this in a really nice, take the DVDs out and put this in a really nice frame. It's beautiful. So you get the UK theatrical version, the full screen as filmed version, then you get the widescreen US theatrical version, don't know the difference between that. Then you get the widescreen 1.661 UK theatrical version and another full screen version. Then you get, I see what this is. They're either Blu-ray or 4K. That's what they are. They're Blu-ray or 4K. And then you also get documentary and interviews. So you've got 5 DVDs here. They're all Blu-ray. 2 are Blu-ray. 2 are Ultra HD, which is 4K. And then the documentary and interviews is Blu-ray. And this just closes up, which is stunning. This, the attention to detail, well done, Hammer. The costumes there. I know Caroline did say that she didn't wash her hair for days, and the makeup artist and hairstylist, or the hairstylist, said that's good, you don't need to wash your hair, which is good because it showed everything in its natural form, I think, as opposed to some films of today, which you see them looking so immaculate and so flawed. No, you see them looking so immaculate and flawless, whereas here, she's not immaculate and she's flawed. And I love that. And I think that shows real natural beauty. And with Kronos himself, I wonder what it was like for him wearing that. I would even wear that, what he's wearing. I quite like I quite like roles that are gender reversed as well. And actually there is a scene in the film where one of Wanda Ventham, her daughter, who has really cropped short hair like mine, actually it might not be as cropped as mine, but it's very short hair, and it alludes to her sexuality. You don't see anything gratuitous, but it just alludes a little bit. You think, oh, she's going to go for him. And then she looks at her and you think, oh, okay, good. And actually her brother looks very androgynous as well. Very androgynous. I love that androgyny because she looks slightly masculine, slightly feminine. He looks slightly feminine, slightly masculine. I love that crossover. I don't know whether that was done on purpose or not, but it does look very striking. And then lastly, I've just opened the poster, a little poster that we bought as an extra. And it says, "The only man alive feared by the Walking Dead" on it. And this is the brother and sister here. Can you see by the androgyny, it just looks a little bit. And then you see Caroline and Carla and Kronos, Gross, and the victims. And then this guy here, he plays quite an important part in the film towards the end. So yes, it starred Horst Janssen, John Carson, Shane Bryant, I think is a guy that played the aristocracy man, I would say, this family that had this big house. Caroline Munro, also starring John Cater, Lois Dane, I think was his sister, William Hobbs. Guest stars Ian Hendry. Yes, I remember him. I remember him in a film called Repulsion as well. If you've never seen that film, Repulsion, with Catherine Deneuve, that is a disturbing film. And Wanda Ventham. Music by Laurie Johnson, director of photography Ian Wilson, produced by Albert Fennell and Brian Clemens, and written and directed by Brian Clemens. And I will say this, he wrote many good screen adaptations for television. Most notably, Richard and I love a series called Thriller, and he wrote this one story called I'm the One He Wants to Kill, which, I don't know if you remember that, do you, Richard? Yeah. And the tension in that is, or did he produce it? I can't remember if he wrote it or produced it, but I think he wrote it. And the tension in that builds and builds for about an hour or so. And it's focused on this woman trapped in a building called I'm the One He Wants to Kill. So 70s, and she spots a serial killer. and he knows that she knows, and he traps her in this office block after work, and she can't get out at all, and it's soundproofed and everything. But anyway, he wrote some really good things for television, and this was his one, and I think his only, this was his directorial debut. And it's such a shame that nothing else really came to fruition. And it's such a shame that Hammer was, because Caroline said it was coming to an end when she was working with Hammer, as opposed to Martine Beswick and Veronica Coulson, who worked maybe in the heyday of it in the 60s. She was like early, mid-70s. So it's such a shame, because the film got shelved for 2 years and they knew nothing about it. And then it came out in 74, 2 years after it was filmed. So she was very young. She was only in her very early 20s at the time. Barely 22, I think. So, yeah. So did you enjoy this long video? It's going to be about half an hour long, this video, I'm sure. But what did you think? Please give a... If you didn't like this video, please don't say anything at all. And if you want to unlike it, that's fine, because it gives me feed for the algorithm. But until next time, remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So obviously Kronos saw something in beauty, and I will say, as Carla always said in the film, beauty may fade, but a kind soul never dies. See you all in the next video. Ciao.